I'll just look for a video.
Now we move on to the definition of the alpha or significant level. It can be defined as the probability that the event could have occurred by chance. If the level is quite low, that is, the probability of occurring by chance is quite small, we say the event is significant. In other simple definition is that the probability of the study rejecting the null hypothesis, given that the null hypothesis was assumed to be true.
And now I will explain how to calculate significance level. Significance level is usually set at 0.05. In order to get the significance level, the formula is 1 minus confidence level. Confidence level usually at 95% or 0.95. So 1 minus 0.95 will get 0.05 or in percentage 5%. This means that there is a 5% chance that we will accept alternative hypothesis when our null hypothesis is actually true. The smaller the significance level, the greater proof we needed to reject the null hypothesis, or in other words, to support the alternative hypothesis.
To reject the null hypothesis, the p-value should usually be less than or equal to 0.05 or 5% significant level. As PSS will calculate the p-value and we can compare it with 0.05. So in this video, we show some example to reject the null hypothesis. First one is a study to find any difference in height between subjects of participants with at least SPM qualifications and participants with no qualifications. The null hypothesis is the mean height of subject with at least SPM is the same with the subjects with no qualifications. The p-value here is 0.003, so we can reject the null hypothesis. The second example is a study to find the difference in reaction time before and after drinking coffee. The null hypothesis is that coffee has no effect on reaction time. The p-value here is 0.005 and it is highly significant, so we can reject the null hypothesis.
Let's move to the next example. Emma designed an experiment where subject tasted water from 4 different cups and attempted to identify which cup contained the tap water. Each subject was given 3 cups that contained bottled water and 1 cup contained tap water. The order was randomized. She wanted to test if the subject could do better than simply guessing when identifying the tap water. Her hypotheses were null hypothesis p-value 0.25, while the alternative hypothesis is p-value is larger than 0.25. where p-value is the true likelihood of this subject identifying the tap water. The experiment showed that 20 of the 60 subjects correctly identified the tap water. Emma calculated that the statistic is 0.3 had and associated with p-value of approximately 0.068. What conclusion should be made using a significant level of 0.05? Okay, the answer is, since the p-value of 0.068 is greater than significant level of 0.05, we should fail to reject null hypothesis.
Oh, I get it now. I think I understand. Wait. So, in summary, the significance level is the probability an event could have occurred by chance, or the probability of the study rejecting the null hypothesis given that the null hypothesis was assumed to be true. The significance level is also known as alpha. Alpha is 0.05. If the p-value is less or equal to 0.05, the conclusion reached is reject the null hypothesis. If the p-value is more than 0.05, the conclusion achieved is fail to reject the null hypothesis.